Hello everyone, this is the Travels of Freddy and Frannie Frog, illustrated by Betsy Maestro. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. By Betsy Maestro, illustrated by Julio Maestro. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Freddy and Frannie sat by the water's edge in their quiet cove. Frannie was reading a book about Christopher Columbus to her brother. "Being an explorer is so exciting," said Frannie. "Maybe we could be explorers too." "What can we explore?" asked Freddy. "The big pond," replied Frannie. "We've never been out there before." "Can we leave now?" asked Freddy. "First, we have to build a boat," said Frannie. It's the illustration. So they began to build a boat. They used twigs and sticks and bark. A lily pad made a great sail. At least the boat was finished. "It looks terrific," said Freddy. "But will it float?" "Of course," said Frannie. She got into the boat and paddled around in a big circle. "See, I told you we can leave first thing in the morning." That night, Freddy and Frannie packed the things they would need for the trip. The next morning, they set sail. "Goodbye," called Mother. "Make sure you're home in time for dinner." "Christopher Columbus didn't have to be home in time for dinner," complained Frannie. "Well, you do," said Mother. "Have fun. Be careful." The wind blew, and the boat sailed ahead on the sparkling water. "This was a super idea," said Freddy to his sister. Soon Frannie said, "Time to get to work." "Aye, Captain," said Freddy. "You write down everything that happens," said Frannie, handing her brother a logbook. "I'm going to make a map of the big pond. This is an important journey. You never knew what we'll find." Here was the last illustration. Just then, the boat began to rock up and down. Waves splashed up the sides. "Look out," shouted Freddy. "Here comes a tidal wave." A large wave washed over the boat. "We're soaked," cried Freddy. "I'm glad the boat didn't sink." But Frannie said calmly, "Explorers just have to get used to tidal waves." "Exploring sure makes me hungry," said Freddy. "Let's eat." Freddy and Frannie munched happily on sandwiches and cookies. They drank water from their canteens, too. This fell off. Suddenly, Freddy saw a big shadow zooming past. "What was that?" he shouted. I didn't see anything," said Frannie. Then she looked up and saw a large bird. It was getting ready to swoop down on them. "Watch out," Frannie cried. Luckily, Freddy and Frannie managed to hide in some bushes nearby. "Whew," Freddy sighed. "That huge seabird almost grabbed us." "Explorers have to be very brave," said Frannie. Christopher Columbus wasn't afraid of huge seabirds. Also, Christopher Columbus actually didn't find the Americas. Didn't like the first people to be on the Americas were Vikings. So, as the explorers sailed on, the gentle motion of the boat rocked them. They were just falling asleep when something hit the boat hard. Bump, bump, the boat shook. Freddy looked over the side and saw 2 big eyes and a huge mouth. He jumped back. Frannie grabbed a paddle and hit the thing over the head. "Let's get out of here," Freddy shouted. They paddled away fast. "Thank goodness you hit that monster," said Freddy. "I think it was about to eat us." "It was only a giant sea creature, silly," said Frannie. "Explorers meet up with giant sea creatures all the time. I hope the rest of the trip will be more peaceful," said Freddy. As Frannie drew her map and Freddy wrote in his logbook, the boat drifted closer to shore. Freddy and Frannie heard loud shouts and saw 2 long sticks pointed at the boat. "Those natives are going to spear us," cried Freddy. And it looks like they're actually just humans. "Quick, into the water," yelled Frannie. They slid under the boat and waited. After a few bumps and bangs, all was quiet again. When Freddy and Frannie looked out, the natives were gone. "Back in the boat," Frannie said. "It's almost dinner time. We'd better head home." Frannie put the finishing touches on her map. Freddy closed his logbook as the boat neared the quiet cove. They could see their mother waving. The next day, Freddy and Frannie went back to their favorite spot, by the water. Frannie's new book was about the Wright brothers. "It sure would be fun to fly," she said. "Fly? We don't have an airplane," said Freddy. "We can build one," replied Frannie. "I'm not sure I'm ready for another adventure so soon," said Freddy. But later that afternoon, they began to build an airplane. Soon they'd be off on another great adventure. And that was The Travels of Freddy and Frannie Frog by Betsy Maestro, illustrated by Julio Maestro. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Anyways, see you later.